Up there, who in the hell is Mel Kiper in a way? I mean, here's a guy that criticizes everybody, whoever they take. He's got the answers to who you should take and who you shouldn't take. In my knowledge of him, he's never ever put on a jockstrap. He's never been a coach. He's never been a scout. He's never been an administrator. And all of a sudden, he's an expert.
Atlanta has selected Brett Favre, quarterback, Southern Mississippi.
So Atlanta gets a favor by selecting Brett Favre from Southern Mississippi.
Round tackle Tony Mandarich, Michigan State. Next up, Detroit
Lions. No
Lions.
doubt about that one.
With the 24th selection in the 2005 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Aaron Rodgers, quarterback from California.
I honestly think Brian Brohm 2 years from now could be the starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. It would not shock me at all. And
with the 26th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Love, quarterback.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Draft Day here on Game On Wisconsin. And this is probably the most niche category that we're ever going to do on Draft Day. I don't care if you, I've never seen a movie. I've never seen a show. I don't know what the Force is. You can take this opportunity right now to get the hell out, because we are nerding out here for the next 45 minutes to an hour here on Draft Day, because we are drafting Star Wars characters, everybody. I'm your commish, Dan Kotick. Thank you for joining us today, if you so choose to stick around and do Star Wars characters with us. I want to introduce these three guys here with us. One is a Draft Day and Game On Wisconsin regular from 96.7 in Milwaukee. Evo, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It is a pleasure to be here and talking Star Wars. Excited to nerd out. It is one of the things I do best.
When Todd told me Evo's a big Star Wars fan, perfect. Done. This no matter what happens.
My draft philosophy is do or do not. There is no try.
That's exactly right. No truer words have been said. Over here to my left, I've got a new guy here. To Game On Wisconsin, and to myself too. Met him just today. Kirien Sprecher, is I saying the last name right?
Correct.
Perfect. And from Packers Worldwide, Packers Talknet, and everything else. Kirien, welcome in, man. Happy to have you on.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. I'm excited to nerd out, like Ebo said. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good time.
Okay, so you had when you came into the lobby on the TV, you had. What you just had it was the opening scene from A New Hope, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have
the classic ship,
the Star Destroyer?
Yeah.
Right.
It's the best.
Did you queue that up on did you go Disney Plus and pull that up and queue it up to that, or okay?
Yeah. I was gonna just play it and let it go, and then I was like, I think there might be some rights to that. I don't know. I don't want to hop on a game and throw you under the bus right away.
Who cares?
How much money does Disney need?
Right. If anyone's cool with their intellectual property, it's Disney.
Right.
And our last but not least guest down here in the corner, fellow Game On Wisconsin contributor, Andrew Mertins. Andrew, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Felt pretty good. Cranking the episode 3 tunes.
Yeah.
So had to come into some General Grievous.
Real quick, does everybody have a favorite Star Wars track? Because mine has to be. I'm pretty sure is it Duel of the Fates, the Darth Maul duel. That one gets me every time, man. Seriously.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm more of a Battle of the Heroes, the Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
However, another one, I think it's from. Not from the original release of episode 6, but the little cutscene of the music.
Oh yeah.
Who need that?
Mine, I got to go with the Imperial March. I mean, it could be cliche, whatever,
Classic.
but it is so iconic. And I mean, dude, let's go. Imperial March and Darth Vader just sends chills up your spine, knowing that someone's going to come force choke you.
Kieran, you got a favorite at all?
I don't know. I not specifically. I would have to say go with Ebo too with the Imperial March. That's
Imperial March
number one. Yeah.
Fair enough. And then, I mean, just two, you throw in, like, I don't know if it's a specific score, but like when Luke is on Tatooine that first time, he's looking out over the sand, the two suns, and it plays that da 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 da. Like, and then it just gets thrown in everywhere. You saw it like in Rogue One a little bit. It was in the prequels, and it's just one of those like those threads that goes through everywhere. I love that stuff. All right, before we jump into our Star Wars talk, we do always set aside 30 seconds for actual NFL draft coverage. Andrew Mertig is here to give us that 30 seconds. So, Nick, go ahead and play our obligation of 30 seconds of NFL draft coverage.
This week I'm talking about defensive line prospects. There's a guy at the top of the class with a super high upside in Christian Barmore from Alabama. There's run-stuffing guys like Jay Tufele from USC, Levi Onwuzurike from Washington, Tyler Shelvin from LSU, Aleem McNeil from North Carolina State. There's a fun pass rushing option in Marvin Wilson from Florida State. Not the best year to have a needed D-line like the Packers do. Overall, this class of defensive linemen is pretty mediocre. Speaking of mediocre, back to you, Dan.
It's always a coin toss if Andrew is going to kiss my ass or give me with his 30 seconds of draft.
I also found it funny. It seemed like you kind of had to think about what name you were saying before you were intro.
Yeah, that's it's
like
we have two people.
Weird coincidence that
we have two people at Game On Wisconsin whose names are literally the same right up until the last two letters of their entire name, basically. All right, so we're going to jump into Star Wars here. A few rules, Star Wars specific rules. We're going to open this up to any characters on the movies or the TV shows. No comics, no books, nothing like that. We're going to keep it as we're kind of hitting the middle ground between broad and too narrow. Character specific, and then you can also go alien race wide. So like I said, you can pick Chewie or pick the Wookiees as a whole. But our specific draft day rules, rule number 1, the Todd Varney rule, and that is no trades whatsoever. Rule number 2, stray from the category at your own risk. That is our second Todd Varney rule. I don't think we'll have much of an issue here, hopefully, with the category that we're dealing with. And number 3, of course, is have fun, everybody. So, draft order. We're going to go 5 rounds, snake draft style. We're going to start with Kirien, and then we're going to go to Ebo, Andrew, and then I'll go fourth here in the first round, and then we'll snake it back around. So, Kirien, literally every time that I've brought this up on Twitter, everybody is telling me about 6 different names that need to go first overall. The pressure is huge. Who are you taking first overall? Oh, and I forgot to mention, you got to let Nick know that your pick is in because we have some fun imaging that we always have to play whenever. Yeah, almost forgot about the imaging. So before you pick, just make sure you cue Nick for the sounder. But Kirien, you're on the clock. Who are you taking first overall in our Star Wars draft?
I'm taking Emperor Palpatine, Senator Palpatine, Darth Sidious, whatever you want to call him, the most powerful being in all of the universe.
Oh, come on, man.
Wow.
What a pick. All right, can I react to this pick real quick?
Please do.
I have a bunch of notes about Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious. He was on my big board. And I want to know, did we ever find out the power to keep loved ones alive from Darth Plagueis the Wise? What a pick from Kirien. Dude, huge. Lightning.
First overall, I had to go with the most powerful, most potential. It had to be him.
Get him, Anakin.
Unbelievable.
Do it.
Let your hate flow through you, boy.
The only thing he was wrong about was Darth Vader betraying him. He thought he had it. He thought it was in the bag.
They even dug up his dead corpse and cloned him in the sequels. I told myself he had to try and save the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was the biggest thing that I wish they hadn't done that. His story ended perfectly in oh my gosh, why can't I remember the third? It's Empire Strikes Back, and then it's Return of the Jedi, of course. Jesus Christ.
I promised myself I wouldn't bring up the sequels, but here, the first thing out of my mouth is the freaking sequels, dude.
I can't honestly. I would not have put Emperor Palpatine that high for me. He is not a team player. I need somebody that is a locker room guy. Evo, you're pointing.
No, this is my big board. I'm not gonna let you the others, but he was right there. I was ready to grab him.
Here's the thing with the number 1 overall pick. I just got to build the rest of my team around him. That's the thing. Is he? You're right. He's not a team player, but he can be the leader and he can run stuff.
Okay. He had 2 Death Stars that he built and the biggest fleet that no one even knew about in the freaking sequels, dude. So he has the team. He's a commander.
He is the team.
Anywhere I go, I can recruit whoever. I have Palpatine. It's over.
And he created a whole clone army without the Jedi realizing it existed. All right, you've talked me into that.
He's also been prone to huge upsets. Like it'd be like the Falcons Patriots, and then all of a sudden he loses at the end. Huge upset.
A little March Madness. He's Tony Bennett. We're either winning the championship or losing.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Boom. All right. Ebo, Kirien has taken Emperor Palpatine. Who do you got number 2 on your big board?
Well, my whole board has changed now because of this. I've had to revamp. I would like to tell producer Nick that my pick is in. We're letting the hate flow through us today, boys, to start this show because this cat right here, the galaxy's ultimate badass, and ended up being the savior of the rebellions after he threw Emperor Palpatine down in Return of the Jedi. Give me the only man to make a mask cool, Darth Vader. Please. That's my guy.
See, that's who I probably would have went first overall because I feel like I think he's more powerful than the Emperor. If we're looking at overall numbers, right? Because he can tap into the dark side and he taps into the light side there a little bit as well. He can roll both ways.
Yes. Now, if you take the helmet off, it all falls apart pretty quickly.
True.
But with the helmet, I'm looking for guys with helmets on when they're out on the field. Darth Vader, you got the force choke, you got the lightsaber throw, you got just the breathing. It's James Earl Jones's voice. I mean, what more could you want with the ultimate guy? Ultimate badass.
I'm going to say something controversial yet brave. I think one of Darth Vader's best moments is those last 2 minutes of Rogue One, where that is the first time that we actually really see Darth Vader come in and just straight kick ass, take names. And it's badass.
Hell yeah, Dan. I'm on the train. All aboard.
Absolute chills when Vader comes in and whoops ass in Rogue One. I don't want to give anything away to Andrew over here, but there is a great scene in the second season of Mandalorian where a certain individual comes and it's like Vader's appearance in Rogue One where he goes and decimates everyone. It's beautiful. You'll enjoy it.
I mean, in Rogue One, when it's dark and that lightsaber turns on. Oh my God. I love it so much.
I remember being in the theater just, I
think
it's go ahead.
Oh, it's my biggest my favorite movie is A New Hope, and it's all about that opening scene. And it's my argument it sets the stage for the whole thing, So while Empire Strikes Back is awesome, while Return of the Jedi is awesome, like I can't choose between those two, so I choose A New Hope and make the argument that it sets up the stage. And that opening scene, it's just so amazing, and then they redo it and give it that the extra badassness. It's beautiful.
Now, with the draft unfolding here, Andrew, I mean, 2 Sith Lords off the board right
Seriously.
away.
You guys are falling right into what I want.
It's a trap. All right, Andrew, you're on the clock. Who do you got?
Right. Nick, my pick is in. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have the high ground.
Wow. He essentially chops off my legs and an arm. But no, Anakin Skywalker is different than Darth Vader. Yes, yay or nay?
Yes, yeah, but
he's almost Vader at that point.
I think he technically becomes.
he is Vader.
He becomes Vader at that point.
He does, yes.
Because Sidious gives him the name before Andrew's pick chops him apart. So yeah, you're correct.
I think you when the helmet goes on, that's kind of you could also make that argument, but I think he has the name.
Yeah.
Once he kills the younglings, once the younglings are dead, that is full Darth Vader.
Yep.
Full Darth Vader.
Now, Andrew, can you explain more of your Obi-Wan Kenobi pick, which is a phenomenal pick, by the way, but
I had someone else in the bag, but I already know where I am right after 2 more picks from Dan. So hopefully he doesn't stymie my plans here. But I don't know. He was pretty much the last Jedi, almost pretty much after episode 3. Obviously there was Yoda, but he goes into hiding, and all the other ones die. They all get shot up by their clone armies that they led after Order 66. So he, obviously he had his flaws. He contributed to making Anakin become what he became at the end, but he was also the one who kind of helped try and right the wrong. In the
essentially he becomes part of the balance of the Force.
Yeah,
you got it. You have the 2 Sith and you have the 2 Jedi. So without Obi-Wan there to kind of guide things,
he had a plan. He had a plan in episode 4. He had the plan. The Dagobah system.
All right. So I am on the clock here. I love all 3 picks. My number 1 is still on the board.
Use the Force, Dan.
And you know exactly where I'm going. Nick, hit me with the sound. It's the OG dude. It's Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker. I mean, he's arguably. I think you could make the case he's stronger than Obi-Wan. I mean, if we're counting the sequels, I never saw Obi-Wan sit on a different planet and force ghost himself to a separate planet. Like that right there, I think he's the perfect hero for the movies. And I love Luke, and Mark Hamill himself, he has only aged better like wine. Mark Hamill is an absolute treasure. I think he's probably the best thing to come out of the movies.
When you made this pick, did you put the making out with your sister out of your mind? You're obviously okay with that. I think we all are. But was it a negative?
Yeah, Dan, these are the important, hard-hitting questions, man.
Here's the thing.
I mean, good looking. I get it.
Baker Mayfield had that video of him running away from the cops. We all have black marks on our draft record, right? Does the good outweigh the bad? And I think here it does. I will suffer a little sprinkling of oh my god, why can't I think of any words today. What am I thinking of? Incest.
I was gonna go with off the field issues.
Off the field, just a little sprinkling of incest in there. Who among us?
When you first see the movie, you're like, because you don't know, right? You're like, I get it. Like,
Right.
Leia, Princess Leia, she's a princess, she's hot. But then,
You're like,
and then when you see it again, and there's that scene when they're in Hoth, and she comes back and kisses Luke after he gets attacked by the Yeti guy, and he sits back and goes, like, oh, dude, that's your sister, man. You don't know it yet, but that's your sister, man. Han Solo, what are you doing, man?
All right. So round number 2.
Anyways,
I'll kick us off here. I saw the Yoda talk earlier. I just don't know if I want to go. Do I want to heavy up on 2 guys like that? I don't know if I want to do that. Here's the thing.
Go for it.
I got my Jedi. I gotta go Sith here. And there's 2 big ones sitting up here on the board. I know what I'm gonna do. Nick, hit the sound. Give me Darth Maul.
knew it. Could feel it. When you said "Duel of the Fates" being your favorite song, like, yeah, he's going after them all.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Hey, how did it feel to get destroyed by young me?
Here's the thing. I think with a better coaching staff, just like Kevin King, put him into a different defense. Put him into a different defense. Give him a chance in a different scheme with different coaches, and Darth Maul thrives. Dude, how do you top the double-bladed lightsaber? Like, that might have kickstarted my puberty. Like, I saw that, and I was like, holy crap. This is what being a man is like.
Yeah.
That's a great
big rise.
That's a great pick, Dan. I was hoping to get him on the way back and keep letting the hate flow through me. I kind of bought in early with this first overall pick. I couldn't see what was happening on the board, but good pick. I really wanted him.
Dan, to your point, when you first see that lightsaber and he does the one side that goes out, and then all of a sudden he hits the side and the other side goes out, you're like,
everyone's just like,
shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And
could be a bit of a reach.
But he does come back in the Clone Wars, by the way.
Very
he
true.
gets legs again.
Which, good for him. Glad to
But
see
what happens to
him.
his legs?
Good for him.
All right, Andrew, you have got your second pick now.
Well, Nick, you won't be caught waiting. My pick is in. This party's over. Mace Windu. I don't care. I don't care if I'm heavying up on the light side. I'm sorry. He is the most badass freaking Jedi. I'm sorry. I absolutely loved his character.
He should have been able to say motherfucker in the
oh man, yeah.
I use the force, motherfucker.
He just like yes, he died.
I am tired of these motherfucking Gungans on this motherfucking
plane. I mean, he gave us probably the most badass scene in episode 2 with just annihilating Jango Fett and just drinking Boba Fett's tears, essentially.
Out of his own helmet.
Yeah. So
here's my thing.
I can't not go. I mean, yes, he dies, but he essentially dies by one of the most powerful characters in the whole series.
Here's my thing with Mace, though. He is.
Let's talk about what's certain, Jason.
He doesn't like the purple lightsaber. Just say it. You don't like the purple lightsaber.
No, the purple lightsaber is badass. The purple lightsaber is badass. But are you drafting the purple lightsaber or are you drafting Mace Windu?
I'm drafting Mace Windu.
Because the thing is, he's everything wrong with the Jedi Order. He's essentially the end of the Jedi Order. His feud with Anakin pushes him to Palpatine. His whole thing about not following the Jedi way and wanting to execute Palpatine right there pushes him over the edge. He is the epitome of the hubris of the Jedi Order and brings about its own destruction.
But he was right.
The hubris.
But was he right?
Andrew's not wrong. He was right, but also, I mean, Anakin Skywalker was allegedly the chosen one. He should be able to, love Padme all he wanted to.
Again, I think every character, like you said, every character has its flaws, and I think that's what I like about Mace Windu is he's polarizing. He's like that one in the middle of the, he's not. So he's essentially not the mindset of Yoda 100%. I think that's what I like. He's edgy. He's edgy.
He's a popular pick. I can't deny it. So, all right. Mace Windu off the board. There was a lot of talk on Twitter I saw of people commenting saying he should be number 1 overall. I don't agree with that.
Number 1 overall.
I think second round fits him pretty damn well. Ebo, you are officially on the clock with your second pick.
There are a lot of heavy hitters still left on this board that are high in my draft profile. And wow, it's a wealth of picks. My pick is in though, Nick. Hit it. This man is cool. This man is calm. He's collected. He's got the one-liners. He even inspired a coasty fashion trend. Whenever pumpkin spice is out, you see the tall boots and the vests. Give me the handsomest man in the galaxy, Han motherfucking Solo, with the Millennium Falcon. Please. My man.
A steal. Absolute steal in the second round.
Not to bring it back to the incestual stuff, but he recovered. He recovered from watching his future's girl's wife's brother make out with her. He rebounded from that.
Only he can. Only he could.
Only the coolest guy in the galaxy could. Gets it. Good point.
I can't believe he wasn't a first round pick. I was shocked. But
I am rolling the dice of not getting a Jedi or a Sith, but I feel he is a veteran, a savvy vet.
No matter what team he's on,
his own kid, but
no matter what team he's on, he's going to produce. If he gets his paycheck, you got to pay him.
Well, that's our first non-force sensitive take, right? Player off the board.
And hey, sometimes when a guy's going cold in a game, he's rebounded from going cold. He was frozen in carbonite. He can come back. I can dig it.
Knows exactly. Went out in Hoth, took care of Luke on Hoth.
Yep.
Guys knows cold. All right, Kirien, you have got our last pick of the second round, and then you start off our third round. You got 2 picks back to back. Take it away.
All right, Nick, I'm ready. I'm going to keep going with the bad guys. Boba Fett, the most loyal henchman in the galaxy. I got my leader, and now I need my loyal right-hand man. I think Boba's the right man for the job.
That's a good one. Arguably, his stock has never been higher either.
Very true. Yeah. This is peak Boba.
The Mandalorian best car is definitely in right now. That is for sure.
For a guy that only was probably 20 minutes total in the original trilogy, he is just flourishing right now. Flourishing.
I think he had three. I think he literally had 3 lines of dialogue in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything else he says in the original trilogy except "as you wish" when he's talking to Vader. I don't think he said any other words, but he doesn't have to.
He's the perfect right-hand man.
He just gets it done.
Yeah, unless and then you're right. But
he gets out. He gets out.
Weak against the Sarlacc pit. All right, Boba Fett off of the board.
With the second pick, I think I'm ready, Nick. And I know Ebo said he wasn't going to take any of these characters. I think I probably could have waited just a little bit, but I'm going to go with Kylo Ren. I think he's also one of the most powerful.
Wow.
He could go either way right now, but if I got Palpatine on my side, I think I can harness that power and take him to the promised land, ruling the universe.
I mean, you got your poor man's Darth Vader, It's like, but there's a lot of upside there. There is upside.
Yeah.
It is literally Mel Kiper projecting the draft picks like, Who's his NFL equivalent? We look at him as probably falling into a Darth Vader role, maybe not as big of a role as Darth Vader, but in that same mold.
Todd comes from the same genes as Darth Vader. Yeah, he's got the good helmet. Yeah,
they're cut from the same cloth.
Take a step.
I'm just worried about the hand size.
With his shirt off. He's looking good in his shirt off. Yeah, he looks like he can bench.
Okay, where does his lightsaber rank though in comparison on the depth chart?
Well, that's why I wanted Maul. Maul was definitely ahead of for Sis. I think my strategy here is clear. I'm pro dark side. I think the dark side is the strongest. So Maul was definitely up there. Kylo's up there. I can't give away too much, but there's some other nifty lightsabers out there.
What a savvy GM over there.
I think it goes Darth Maul, Mace Windu, Kylo Ren. If we're going straight lightsabers, and maybe if you want to put in the Luke's green lightsaber just because it's iconic, I think you could put that in the top 3. But Kylo Ren's has a shot at the top 3. I think
he's got that thing's badass.
Yeah. All right, Ebo, you are on the clock for your 3rd round pick, sir.
I mean, I can't believe this is the 3rd round. The guy's falling in the draft. The pick is ready, Nick.
Damn it.
Yeah. Who said the damn it? Was that you, Andrew?
That was me. That was me. It was me.
I've already alluded to it for my draft philosophy. Ted Thompson has his draft and develop. Well, I have do or do not. There is no try. Give me the little green man who lives in Dagobah and I assume gets high on Dagobah weed in that little hut of his, waiting for Luke Skywalker to come, and he refuses to speak in traditional subject-verb form. Yoda, he is on my team. What a steal.
An absolute steal. I was sitting here.
On my team, he is.
I got to show you guys something. Hang on, one second.
Oh, God. It is never a good sign when Evo gets up from his chair.
All right, so I'm so glad this worked out because I do have Vader and Yoda now. When Phantom Menace first came out in theaters, there was this in Happy Meals essentially. So one side is Yoda, and the other side is Darth Vader.
Oh,
and if you do it down the middle, you can see both of them. It's like the only toy from a Happy Meal that I've ever for some reason still have. I love this thing. So they're on my team, baby. Good.
That is an absolute steal in the 3rd round. It really is. I'm questioning myself now. Like, he should have been 2nd round at least. Damn.
Hey,
and then it was getting,
man. The force led me to him.
No, that's fair. All right. Oh, damn. All right, Yoda's off the board. Andrew, who you taking here in your next pick?
Nick, start up. The one that absolutely bitched out Anakin and Obi-Wan, Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. Ooh.
Wow.
I had to.
I did not see that coming.
Neither did I. I was ready to take him like with my last pick almost. Like in the 4th or 5th round.
I felt like giving him a little more value than that.
I want to know more. Like I like the allure of Count Dooku. Like that dude out of nowhere was a Jedi, then came back and it was Sith out of nowhere, and he built all that Federation up. That's a powerful character. I think he's sneaky, flying under the radar, a lot of potential. I think he'd be good.
That's one of the reasons Clone Wars, the TV series, is so good, because you get so much more Dooku in the TV series, which is what we need. And it's just a fantastic name to say because it sounds like Dookie. So
yeah, you just get more Dooku.
And arguably, you could make the argument Count Dooku is the one that is like the true hero of the prequels, because I think genuinely he wants to see the Jedi survive, but he knows they're not going to be able to survive in the form that they're in at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knows that they need to change to survive, and everyone else he was like the original QAnon. He knew that stuff was going on. He knew stuff was going on in the government. He was trying to take care of him. He's trying to lead a rebellion.
Count Dooku is Q? Is that what I'm gathering now?
Yeah.
Nick, in that case, I rescind my pick.
That's funny.
All right. Here's where it gets tricky for me because I get 3 and 4 back to back, and then I don't get anything until the very last pick of the draft. Some huge names still sitting on the board. And I've come to the realization every time I do these that I find one that I know is going to fall to that very last pick, so I'm good there. So I can just pick whoever I want here. But there are about 10 picks I want right now. Okay, I know who I'm going to take. You guys are going to... Damn it.
A lot of him and Han. Uh-oh.
You guys know you're going to brag me for this. Nick, hit it. I'm going to take Princess Leia. I have to take Princess Leia.
Screw you!
Hey!
Come on!
That's a
You read
fantastic
me like
pick.
a book, man.
That's a good
Look,
pick.
I know putting
Damn.
Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker on the same team could cause a rift in the locker room. They have a previous relationship.
They corrected it, though. They corrected it.
They retconned it. All right. Damn.
Was it the buns that did it for you?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I think so. The but
Or
I
was
mean
it
the side.
Or was the outfit
here's the
on
thing.
Jabba the Hutt? Ooh.
Here's the thing. The hairstyles all day long, they play. Whether it's the side bun, whether it's the ponytail at Jabba's, or in later years, when you get seasoned veteran General Leia, you get the updo, I don't know, is it just a regular bun in the back like that? She kills it every time.
On that one. If you have Leia who with the ability to fly through space, I think that is an absolute steal. We can debate those terms later. But I mean, she's an absolutely awesome character, extremely powerful, absolute steal, great pick.
Yeah.
Honestly, out of everything, and he just said that. Out of everything that I did not like about the sequels, not killing off Princess Leia at the beginning after Carrie Fisher died was, I think, the biggest thing that they did wrong. Yeah, the Palpatine thing, the storyline, I didn't care for either, but you could argue that it fits the story, whatever. But Princess Leia and Carrie Fisher deserve to have that final ending at the beginning of that first movie, but to drag it on like that did Carrie Fisher dirty. I didn't care for it. But as Kirien said, we did get to see flying space Leia. So, all right, here's where we come to the fork in the road at my 4th pick. I am going to take our first non-human, or I should say non-organic based life form. I'll say that. Nick, hit it. Now look, Star Wars has a menagerie of droid robot characters, right?
Word of the day.
And they're fun. C-3PO is, the Niles Crane of Star Wars bumbling around. R2-D2 is fun because he can't understand him. He looks like a trash can. BB-8 sells toys. That's all well and good. But the most badass droid in Star Wars history comes to us from Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and that's K2SO.
Yeah, I love that pick, Dan.
He's got the height, he's got the strength, and he's got the attitude.
Comedy.
Exactly. That's a good pick. That guy's
and
badass.
there's a fresh one
Hell
in it for you.
Damn.
He's the only droid that can shoot a blaster.
I feel like if you want something done in crunch time, he's the guy. Like he's the guy.
Yeah,
he's the robot, android.
He's the all-purpose. He's the all-purpose droid. K2SO.
Very clutch too. Clutch gene.
Clutch gene.
And comedy in the locker room. Very nice.
He's a locker room guy.
Locker room guy.
All right, Andrew, 4th round pick. Who do you got?
Oh, all right. I've got someone in the back pocket, but I'm gonna wait, see if it bites me in the ass for not picking him right away. But Nick, kill it. We've talked about loyalists in here, but I think one that we've forgot, or at least haven't brought up yet, Chewie.
Very true.
We talk. You mentioned him early, before the show started, and I didn't think I was going to pick him. However, I didn't think he was still going to be there. I also just didn't want to pick a bunch of lightsaber wielders. So talk about an interesting creature that has been in pretty much the entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so at least technically 3, 4, 5, 6, but and then later on. But I still love the Han basically telling C-3PO, you better watch out when he loses. You don't like it. And he'll mess up a stormtrooper. He's the bruiser. He's the bruiser of the bunch. And without Chewie, there's no Han. But also with no Han, there's arguably no Chewie.
Mm-hmm.
So hard to not go Chewbacca there.
Dude can man the Millennium Falcon. Dude can have that sick crossbow. That thing's badass. Yep. He can tear anyone limb from limb. He can play a mean whatever chess game that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Falling to the 4th round is crazy. That's huge. And I almost went Chewie there with that last K2SO pick. My differentiating between the two is Chewie just never fits into like a situation. He has no stuff. Like he sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Like the droid, like any of the droids, you can kind of like fit into different situations. Kind of like you can kind of sneak them around. They can sort of blend into a crowd a little bit. But Chewie is a 7-foot tall
fuzzball
walking carpet. Like that's. But you can't knock the value here in the 4th round with Chewie.
No.
Clutch
value
pick.
of the pick.
That's an absolute clutch pick. Ebo, still big name, still sitting up on the board. Who do you got for your 4th rounder?
All right, the pick is in.
Okay.
Andrew had to go celebrate his Chewie pick. I get it, man. Like you get Chewbacca in the 4th round.
He's got Chewie on the phone. He's trying to get him on the phone now.
Yeah, he's my pick.
Well, hold on before you go, Evo. I got insider information that Chewie does not want to play for Andrew's team because Han is not there.
He's back. Oh.
There, I kind of lean back to enjoy a sip of brew, and then boom, my Chrome just.
We thought you were celebrating the Chewbacca pick in the 4th round.
Iowa Joe brings up a great point. Did Chewie fall because of the holiday special tape? Once that made it out there, destined to fall. That's Laramie Tunsil with a gas mask beer bottle right before the draft.
That's funny. All right, so my pick is not going to come from the holiday special. I'll tell you that. My pick. This man is. I'm going on the scoundrel kind of vibe here. A guy that's got a very sharp dressed, has got his own city that floats in the freaking sky.
Oh man!
Just think if you went and partied there, it'd be sick. And I got Vader on my team. Like, dude, I could dominate the Sky City. Give me Lando Calrissian with my 4th pick. That dude is cool.
Solid.
A fight might break out between him and Han over a poker game or something. You don't know, but I do enjoy. I do like it.
I feel like him and Han can't get too out of hand with Vader there. You know, Vader has that presence over both of them where even if they have their qualms, they still have to answer to Vader.
Yeah, you know. Okay, yep.
Don't forget that Lando folded because of Darth Vader.
Yeah, Andrew brings up a great point. Lando kind of bitched out his friend there in the second movie.
He folded.
He redeemed himself. He came back with the Falcon. He redeemed it.
True.
That's Matt Stafford, dude. Oh, he has the most comeback wins. Well, you don't have to have comeback wins if you're not trailing in the fourth quarter every game. You don't have to redeem yourself if you're not a dirtbag to your friend the very first time that we see you mentioned on screen, man.
Hey, you bring up a very solid point, both you guys, okay? But here's the thing. I'm taking a gamble. Sometimes you got to, risk the locker room a little bit. Sometimes they bring them together. We'll see what happens.
Also,
Demarius Randall.
Childish Gambino. That would have been my point.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino.
Okay, so wait. So here's the thing. Are you taking Childish Gambino?
No.
Or are you taking Billy D. Williams?
I'm taking Billy D. Williams. Okay. Through and through. In his prime, though. I mean, he's always in his prime, but in his prime, we're talking Revenge or The Empire Strikes Back. Excuse me.
And not only that, but you'll be stocked on Colt 45 if you got Billy D around.
Yeah, I mean that dude's got it going on.
All right, Kirien, you have got your last two picks here, 4 and 5, back to back. You get to round out your draft unimpeded, 4th and 5. Who are you finishing up with?
All right, so there's clear dynamic I'm going for here. I got to clarify some things. So we said everyone in the movies. He was mentioned in the movies. He's not necessarily in the movies. How do we feel about but this isn't the pick yet. These are my last two picks, so I feel comfortable telling my strategy.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
No one else can. So Darth Plagueis, is he fair game? He's mentioned in the third one about bringing life back when Palpatine tells Anakin that. How do we feel about that? If not, I can move on. I have other choices, but
I think no. I lean towards no. Ebo, Andrew, where do you guys vote?
I am.
I don't know, man. You're the commish, dude.
I'm Switzerland on this.
You're Roger Goodell card, man.
All right, I'm gonna veto Plagueis.
That's fine.
If we had just one, like if there was one, like even if they had a flashback, a 10-second flashback in the third movie.
Yeah. It's just a mention. I knew that's what you were gonna say, so I didn't want to go.
But I like where your head's at. I like the out of the box pick. I like that.
And if I was gonna create the most powerful evil team in the universe, I would have to have him on my squad if it was possible. So I had to ask. But I think I'm ready, Nick. So we need a Padawan for the Sith Lord team that I'm creating here, and there's no better option than Anakin Skywalker.
Man, what a pick! My favorite character. I mean, also Darth Vader. It's obviously without Anakin, no Star Wars. That dude is badass.
I hate sand. It's horrible.
I hate sand.
I killed them
all like animals.
Now, are you
not just men?
What version are you taking? Are you taking pod racing Anakin, or are you taking episode 2 and 3 Anakin?
So if I am creating this team, I think I want him as young as possible and mold him from the beginning. I want pod racing Anakin. I want that Palpatine in his ear from the beginning. We're taking screw AAU. We got LeVar Ball. We got just Palpatine, LaMelo to the world. Anakin
undefeated, never lost.
But yeah, no, definitely pod racing Anakin, and he's my favorite. That's how when I fell in love with Star Wars was the original 3, and I still love not the original 3, but the second 3. The prequels exactly. So I glad that he fell to me. I needed him on the squad.
Man, I wanted him.
Yeah,
that was a good pick. I wanted him.
And good call going young, because number 2 and 3, especially Attack of the Clones, Anakin is getting Me Too'd in today's day and age.
Latitude.
Like, damn, dude. Start of the incels or what is Anakin in that second movie, because it is cringeworthy at times.
I hate you.
Oh God, yeah, that line.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm
in my very soul, tormenting me.
I actually like Hayden Christensen. I love the prequels. I will say I really legitimately love the prequels.
No, the prequels get way too much. They're fun. They're just fun movies. And Hayden Christensen did a great job with it. But just some of those things in the second movie, like I just rewatched the prequels not too long ago, and I'm like, damn, man! Like I see a lot of these guys in like DMs of women on Twitter, and it's never in a good light. Like he just never comes off right. All right, start of the 5th round here. Kirien, kick us off.
All right, I'm ready, Nick. So I'm going with General Grievous, just a killing machine.
Man.
Multifaceted, lethal weapon. Can't ask for anything better for a late round pick.
4 arms, 4 lightsabers.
4 arms. He does have a big opening right here. I think we're gonna have to more chest protection. We know Obi-Wan knows his secrets.
He's got to wear the flak jacket.
There's clear weaknesses here that we need to address in the offseason before he's ready. But I think very talented for a last round pick.
That's a huge pick in the 5th round.
Got to strengthen that guy's frame a little bit.
He's got to add some mass. Oh yeah, when he did the spider thing. Yeah. Freaked me out.
He's got a little human in him. He's got that little organic material.
He's a leader, you know. He's a general. He it may be D3, but he has some leading.
And his guards were kind of badass looking.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Ebo, you are on the clock for your 5th and final pick, sir.
Wow. You know what? It's in. I'm gonna do it. Nick, hit me. My pick, this guy has proven the doubters and the haters wrong almost in his entire life. A really rags to riches story of a man, a creature, if you will, a Gungan, if you will, who started down real low and eventually rose to the
It was nice having you on the show, Dan. We'll see you later.
I'm going to end this goddamn bro.
And he rose to be in the Galactic Senate. Give me Misa Jaja Binks. The dude united all of the Gungans and all of the humans to take on the army, the Federation army, and they beat him. It was all because of him. Jar Jar Binks, he just stumbled his way upwards into success. He was on the Galactic Senate, and if you even want to go down the rabbit hole of him being a Sith Lord, you can do that as well. But give me Jar Jar Binks, the underdog success story. I think it's a rags to riches tale.
Lisa's so happy to see you.
We'll have a very strong no talking policy, but it will be. I think it's a diamond in the rough. Okay.
He got his ass played in the second game in the second movie. He got his ass played like a fiddle. It was
he got on the Galactic Senate.
Emperor Palpatine just being like, "Oh, if Queen Amidala was here, she would do this. Oh, who could be brave enough to do this?" And then cut to Jar Jar Binks like, "Sure, why not?"
Dude, you would You would want to hang out with him, but like not too long, I guess. The talking policy would have to be in the play. But look at all this! Look at all the good he did without even realizing it. He's a diamond in the rough. I'm taking a chance. What?
What good did he do?
I think we're talking about Mitch Trubisky here.
That
might be low hanging fruit here, but I don't really have another comparison to that.
You need to go rewatch
Orlovsky if that's if that's like where we want to go.
You got to rewatch Phantom Menace. He literally leads the Jedi down to that big spitting guy. That guy. And he convinces them to team up with the Jedi, and then they take on the Federation. Like that's all.
He doesn't convince them to do that. Padme did that.
Well, I mean, she is very attractive. It's all Jar Jar.
Let's just brush over that part.
No, Jar Jar is the Eric Trump of this whole thing. Okay, there's no other way to say it. He is just sitting here on the sideline, and just things are happening to him, and everyone just if things happen to him, he has no reaction to it, and people just say, "Look at this guy! Look at him! Look at what he's doing." No,
Hey, go look up the Sith Lord philosophy, or the theory, I should say, on Jar Jar Binks.
I
might
know.
change your story a little bit.
Ebo, you come quote at me about the Jar Jar Binks Sith philosophy, bitch. I am down that rabbit hole. Don't come onto my show and try to talk to me about Jar Jar Binks Sith philosophy. I know exactly where that's coming from. Andrew, get us back on the rails and make your pick, please.
I knew the pick would ruffle some feathers.
My pick is in. I'm picking Chirrut Imwe, dude.
Damn it!
Talk about like I was crying in the club, crying all up in the club at the end of Rogue One, dude. Talk about a guy who everyone looks at this guy like he's this cuckoo MFer, and then at the end of the movie, he proves everybody wrong, and it was just a great guy, man. I am one with the Force is with me.
I am so beside myself right now. I'm like, there's no way anybody picks this guy. He's gonna be my Mr. Irrelevant. Nobody's gonna pick this guy. Damn it!
I love the pick just for Dan's excitement over there, or lack thereof.
These last two picks have
he was
taken
the
years
first
off my
person
life.
that came to my mind today, because I knew like there's the popular, the popular characters, but I said then there's this Chirrut Imwe, who I remember when I first was watching the movie, I'm like who the hell is this guy? What the hell is this going on? And then by the end of the movie, I'm like, no, save him. So
that guy's badass.
Talk about an emotional roller coaster for that movie or that film with him, and Godspeed, man. That's someone I want on my team.
I like the pick. Dan, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is worse? My Jar Jar Binks pick coupled with Andrew taking your pick, or Todd Varney?
Todd. Do we get a video up on Q or no?
Man, these two picks back to back have absolutely killed me, because Todd is just chaos. Todd's just chaos, but these two were calculated picks. They were a calculated nuclear strike right in the heartland of my fandom. Damn it! I never would have thought anyone would have
concentrate
cheered
all your
Emway.
firepower on the nearest starship.
More. All right. Well, now I'm panicking. I'm scrambling here at the end. I've got two that I would really be happy with. And yeah, all right, I gotta go this way. Or do I should? I don't know. Give me all right, hit it, Nick. It's Ahsoka.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ahsoka Tanoe. Yeah. But here's the thing. I was between that. Qui-Gon Jinn was my next man in.
He was up there for me.
Yeah.
I also had Kiadi Mundi. That was my guy. And then he just got gunned down.
Andrew, once you dive more into season 2 of Mandalorian, you'll really like Dan's pick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because she's a badass.
Here, I'm going to say here's one that I don't know if anyone had this on their board, but if we went maybe like 3 more rounds, or just an undrafted free agent out of my list here, Admiral Holdo, Laura Dern.
Oh yeah.
From the sequels, underrated. I think honestly, I think deserved more. I know that her storyline ended really well with sacrificing yourself to save the fleet that badass moment, probably the coolest moment out of all the sequels. But yeah, she was one that was if you guys had one more, if you had one more pick, just off of your whole board, who do you go with as an undrafted free agent? Kirien?
Probably Moff Gideon. I think he's pretty badass. I do have to say the Qui-Gon pick. I think Yoda thought that Qui-Gon was the only one who could save Anakin. So if none of you guys have Qui-Gon, I think Anakin is going to rule the world for my evil side. But yeah, probably Moff Gideon. If I don't want to ruin too much for Andrew, but
he's a badass too.
No, you're good. No, yeah, Qui-Gon was definitely
badass.
Qui-Gon was definitely my next man up. It was just hard, you don't see him much. You don't really get to see his, I don't know, power, so to say.
Yeah.
But you know how intelligent he is, and obviously he was the one who found Anakin essentially, and was the one like, we are taking him. We are taking him. I need pictures of Spider-Man. That's pretty much Qui-Gon Jinn right there. But
if I was gonna take someone at the end there, if you can see it, right there's Jar Jar Binks, by the way. See Jar Jar right here.
So much.
Figrin Dan and the Module Nodes. Now this would be the band
from the cantina.
In a wretched hive of scum and villainy, it's the best. It's the best thing jamming. Like they only play one song, but that one song is so good, it's all you need.
I had them on my list, but I also had the Max Rebo band from
Max Rebo
from the Sail Barge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That band jams too.
Oh man! All right, so those are the picks.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks, Galactic Senator who started from nothing. See that? That was my note on Jar Jar Binks.
You can literally
replace Senator.
You can literally replace Galactic Senator with whatever title Eric Trump held, and it's the same. It's the same character arc. I'm sorry. Those are the picks, guys. We're going to throw them up on Twitter tomorrow. Make sure you go and vote on them. I'm sure we have had nobody watching this. We alienated our entire fan base. I don't give a bleep if you watch it or not. This was a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we used the platform to do it. Take a second here, guys. Go around. Let people know where they can follow you, find you, anything you want to promote. Kirien, why don't you start us off?
Oh, yeah, at Kirien Sprecher. I do a lot of Packers stuff for Packers Worldwide and Packers Talk. At Kirien Sprecher on Twitter, obviously.
Perfect. Ebo?
You can find me on Twitter right here at Ebo Says, or mornings from 6 to 10 on 96.7 FM, 1670 AM The Zone. Also streaming on twitch.tv. Just search this name right here, Ebo Says, and hit the follow button. Good stuff. A lot of Packers, Badgers, Brewers, Bucks, all Wisconsin sports talk.
Yeah, well, you can find me on Twitter at Mertins_Andrew. I do a good amount for Game On Wisconsin. I'm edit some videos. It's been a little bit on a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm hoping to reel that back in. Also do a little draft coverage. Watch out for some offensive tackle profiles still yet to come. Today's it just was published was Dylan Radins out of North Dakota State. The Bison, not Bison. So yeah. Yeah, that's where you can find me at.
Good. You can find me like Ebo right here on my Twitter at DK all the way. Just had a Pack a Day podcast episode drop today with Janelle Mackey and Matt Fralick where we played the free agent blind dating game. So make sure you check that out wherever you find your podcast. And then on Game On Wisconsin, currently in the middle of our Tournament of Hate. We are in the last couple hours of voting for the second round, and there are a couple of tasty upsets brewing. So make sure you go check us out over on GameOnWisconsin.com. Vote. We'll have the next round starting up here in just a couple of days, so make sure you're following us at Game On Wisconsin. And as well here on YouTube, hit subscribe, rate, review, all of that good stuff. For producer Nick, for Ebo, for Andrew, for Kirien, and Dan Koenig signing off. And instead of Go Pack Go, everybody, may the Force be with you all.
Oh, and also with you.